Hello, and welcome to week 4 of your Liminal coaching course. I'm Mike Parker. I created the empty cup to encourage the subconscious to let go of beliefs and assumptions as fixed and permanent, to create a clear field, a blank sheet in which new paradigms, new possibilities, and new interpretations of experience can happen. To me, this journey is the journey of being brave enough to recognize the relative nature of your beliefs and assumptions. Just as important is the recognition of the relative nature of the beliefs and assumptions of others, especially when those beliefs are about you and may be limiting, harmful, or otherwise unhelpful. Kurt and Barbara Hank's excellent book, The Collapse of Belief, goes into some detail about how people's entire belief structures can fall apart in the face of massive disruptive events. It details how some people will die before letting go of core beliefs. This work is referenced and explored in more depth in Liminal Thinking by Dave Gray. Liminal Thinking is the recommended companion book and website to this section of the course. The book contains a series of exercises you can use, as well as brilliant, clear, and concise explanations of how beliefs work. You can use this week's guided relaxation to recognize the relative and limiting nature of your beliefs before a massive disruption occurs that forces you to do so. In doing this, you may be able to see where the seeds of a substantial future disruption are as you identify beliefs that no longer fit very well with your experienced reality. How can this help you change the world? Well, if you become a person not so attached to their beliefs, it becomes many times easier to understand those from which others are working. There's much more here as well, though. The deeper part of this is the basic metaphoric image of the usefulness of emptiness. If you don't empty the cup, there is never any room for anything new in it. An example that applies to everyone is that if you don't breathe out, you can't breathe in. Breathing is tidal, and this introduces the idea of a flow of beliefs and assumptions that are ever shifting and moving, adapting to context and circumstance. They become adjustable, variable tools for understanding and shaping experience. And, like life experience, they flow in and out and are, or should be, always renewed and revised. The empty cup invites you to recognize the limited and relative nature of beliefs and assumptions, along with their tremendous power to create your experience and to some extent that of others. In our culture, the obsession with ever greater productivity leads to a fixation on more. This obsession, in turn, means King Canute-like attempts to pretend you can exist on an endless up-curve are quite common. It is as if we learned that breathing out is a bad thing to do because, hey, we could all use more oxygen, right? But try just breathing in without breathing out for a few seconds. It doesn't work very well, does it? During the next week, continue with your notes and try looking at reactions you notice and inquire of yourself if they link to particular beliefs. If they do, then do you think these beliefs are valid, partially valid, helpful or not? Identify some beliefs or a belief that you feel you would be better off without. It might be something like, I'll never be successful or loved or happy. That would be worth getting rid of, right? So explore this a little. Where did it originate? Is it valid? Before you go to sleep for the next few nights, Take one of these beliefs and imagine for a minute or so what it would be like if it were gone. Imagine you are pouring it out, then go to sleep listening to the recording. You can also use this recording anytime you like with the intention of emptying particular beliefs or assumptions. If you are consciously listening at the point in the audio where you pour the contents out of the cup into the stream, you can see those beliefs flowing out of it. If you're already asleep, don't worry. Your subconscious knows exactly what to do. And that's it for this week. In week 5, we're going to look at what lies beneath the surface of the term intuition and how we can make greater use of that. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.